Hey, guess what? Guess what? It's me, Bite Size, and did you all hear about this holiday called MLK? This is great. I asked my mom why we have a day off school to celebrate milk. She looked at me and said, "It's not milk, M-I-L-K. There's no I, it's just MLK. MLK are the initials for a famous man named Martin Luther King Jr., who stood up against racial inequality. He was the chief spokesperson for nonviolent activism in the civil rights movement, huh? I was all confused. But my teacher told me that civil means people. So, it is a movement for people's rights. Activism means bringing about change. And you know what? Nonviolent means that Dr. MLK had to work really hard doing peaceful protests to bring about social justice so all people would have equal rights. MLK was born in Atlanta, Georgia on January 15th, 1929. Whoa. When he went to school, people of different colors were not allowed to go to the same schools. They didn't share the same rights or equalities. Life was hard back then. But MLK didn't let that stop him. He went to school and then college and graduated at 15 years old. Growing up in a family of preachers, he became a great speaker. Some say one of the greatest speakers in U.S. history. He led peaceful marches protesting inequality and campaigning for the right to vote. The biggest was the March on Washington, where he gave his famous speech, "I have a dream." He did it in front of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Guess what? I went to Washington, D.C. with my family once and on a field trip with my school. And I got to see the Martin Luther King Jr. monument. Oh, man, it's so ginormous. So we now honor his courage and work for equality every year on the third Monday of January. However, it didn't become a national holiday until 1983. That's so long ago. But guess what? My parents told me that when they went to school, they didn't get this holiday off like we do. It was only like when they were in college did it become a holiday. Now, my parents are old, right? But they're not that old. So, I guess that was kind of not so long ago. Know what else? I found out that it's actually not called a holiday off, but a holiday on. It is supposed to be a day off work or school so that people can spend the day on community service. True. The Martin Luther King Jr. holiday is an official day of service, a day to help others and celebrate the civil rights leaders' life and legacy. Wow! Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. really made a difference. I like the part in his speech where he says, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." Yeah, I may be bite-sized, but I can always work on my character, and my dream is to make a difference too. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Thanks for watching, Dina Sherman!